Ahum, namaste, blessings, bendiciones, and thank you for joining me today with La Barajas Españolas. Today we're going to do all the suits for the number 3 cards, and there's one of my favorites, which I'm going to share with you, and it is the 3 of clubs, which means universal love, universal and unconditional love. Universal is unconditional love. This is a very beautiful card. It speaks of universal love among all of creation. Whether you're a saint, whether you're a spirit, whether you're a celestial being, an angel, whether you are what we understand as aliens, but they are galactic beings. It doesn't matter what timeline, what dimension, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you can see all 3, and again, let me make this bigger. All 3 of the clubs are united with this band, and you can see that there's new little leaves coming out. Let me see if I can show it right there. There's new little leaves coming out, which shows prosperity in this union, in this beautiful spiritual understanding. The people this card represents, it doesn't matter where in the spread, if it's love, work, health, a situation, your spirit guide is telling you that the people that this card represents, the race and the commonality that this card represents, is that of a very spiritual vision of what life is. And these beings, whether they're human or not, are fully aware that we are all brothers. It teaches us, this card is a teaching card. It tells us about how we should be feeling a deep love for all beings, for all of creation. No matter what it is still a creation. Therefore, if we love the Creator, if we want to feel that love from the Creator, if we understand that we are love, okay, then we should be feeling a deep love for all beings. Therefore, choosing love should be no problem. You shouldn't even need to choose it in the first place. It's just there. If you are doing a love reading and this card comes out, it means that your client or you are feeling a very, 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 or you are in a very deep relationship. It is such a deep relationship that even sex does not matter. It just doesn't. Because this is what this card is trying to tell you. Don't worry about it. You guys are okay. There are a lot of clients that will come to you and say, you know what, things, and I'll be very candid, things in bed have not been the same. This card will tell you, among other cards that are going to come out, it will tell you, hey, don't worry about it. Because relationships change. You guys know that. Relationships mature, relationships shift, and they transform into something more than just a relationship. And it's just the way that it is. You settle your energies with that person, and then you do really become one. So what one feels, the other feels as well. And this card tells you all is okay. There is no reverse on this card. Sorry. It's one of my favorite because I don't do reverses. Okay, so now let's talk about the 3 of Swords. This is the card that signifies long-lasting success. But the card by itself can be considered negative. If you have two people, and it's difficult for those two people, and they're struggling to reach an agreement, this card will show up, and that's what it means. It just is the difficulty of two people that are struggling to reach an agreement. It is also when a third party also puts demands that you weren't expecting. It's right there. This will say, hey, you got a third party here that's, what's up with that? This card also depicts important conflicts, but they're also predicted. This card comes out when it's predicting that, hey, there's going to be an important conflict here that you're going to need to start working towards. And yes, we can say 3 months, 6 months, 2 weeks. The card is able to say that because it does work with time, within time. Okay, it symbolizes fear in the face of enemies, negatively impacts even in your client or your emotional or even the emotional environment itself. It represents the possible distancing, which is going to be very painful for your client or you from someone that you love very much. It is quite possible. It is a pretty good possibility that someone will depart far from us. Far from us. Now, it could be a mental thing that they're no longer vibrating at our frequency. Maybe it's someone that moved very far away. Maybe it's someone that passed or is going to pass. There are other cards that would have to fall in that vicinity so that you can ascertain exactly what it is, how they're going to pass, how they're going to be far away from you. If it's this way, and you know how I feel about this, it is even more negative. So negative that it can cause mental health issues, okay? But what is so good about this card? It is giving you a warning. Therefore, how are you going to help your client? Well, you're going to reshuffle and you're going to ask the question, you're going to ask your muerto or your spirit guide. So how can we avert this? How can we help my client? If it has to happen, because it has to happen, because it's the way that person wrote it, and we have to honor what everybody writes and their story. How can we help the client? How can I help me go through all this without going crazy? You reshuffle, you ask the card. You gotta be precise when you ask. None of this dilly-dallying. What do you think? No. What do I have to do on this plane, in this timeline, at this moment, in this reality? What do I have to do in order to help this client so they don't reach that moment of madness? So even if it is success, in the long run, it's going to tell you, this is a card that says you're going to have success. It's going to last a long time, but in the long run. But now you still have to go through all this crap. Well, this is your job. Find how you're going to help your client. You're telling them, oh, this is on the works. Let's see how we can help you so this doesn't drive you insane. Okay, because that's what we're here for. We're here to find solutions, not fearmonger. The Three of Cups. There, you can see it now. The Three of Cups. Okay. Three of Cups means messages. There's a message, right? This card warns us that we are soon to receive new and unexpected news. And again, it could be good or it could be bad. Well, depending on where the other nearby cards are and what they all are conspiring to tell you when this card is there, it could be good or bad. Well, define bad. Can we fix bad? We can certainly help, right? Because that's what we do. We find solutions, spiritual solutions. Um, if this card comes out around coins, then the news that you're going to get, which could be good or bad, it could be have to do with income and expenses, right? With the cups, the news could be about a family member. With, you know, family member that have a lot of people living far away. It could also be, or they can be close by. If it's work, it could be either a promotion or a dismissal. Maybe the contract is not going to be renewed. Okay. If this card comes out around swords, well, that could be related to health. So how can we help our client this way, right? Save money now, right? Because this card has come out in coins. Hey, go get a second mortgage or something. Hide money, put it away. Okay, start saving, because this is going to happen. Find out what time frame you're looking at and tell your client, okay, you need to stop. You need to stop paying for readings and buying all this crap that you're buying, and you need to start saving money, dude, because this is coming. It's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. It's better if you start taking care of the money now. If it has to do with the cups, then it has to do with the family member. Hey, make sure you reach out and make sure that you have a solid foundation with your family. It's a loving foundation. Remove all the toxic people around if you have to, but those that you are no longer enabling with their toxicity, take care of them. Make sure that they're okay. Just call them every once in a while. If it has to do with work, dude, polish up your resume, right? Because this can go either a promotion or they're going to get rid of you. All right. And if it has to do, if it goes around swords, you tell the person, hey, have you gotten your well visit? Going, you know, how long has it been since you had a checkup? Go for a checkup. Why don't you? Very nonchalantly, no fear involved, so that they can understand that, oh, yeah, well, maybe I should. Okay. And you're doing something good for them. You're showing them how to, you're actually, without fear mongering, you're actually helping them in a different way. Okay. Let's talk about the Three of Coins, which is the card of fortune, right? So this card actually represents fertility, but it's also understood as a form of beginning of a successful venture. As far as a potential pregnancy, if the reading is referring to a woman, okay, all right. Anything else is probably a new beginning. And even with a woman, it could be a new beginning. Maybe it's a new relationship. It could, all right. It just depends on what your muerto says, okay. This card means a great capacity and ideas that gives you it's about ideas and how to stage them in a way that will open the energies up for them to come to fruition, to become a reality. It also, this card also pertains to businesses, business skills, power, recognition, generosity, um, the ability to propel a project, to finish it very confidently. Um, and then on the other side, the inverted side, which again, you may not use the inverted or the, the reversed method, but your muerto is going to tell you, your guide is going to tell you, hey, um, this person is very uh, practices frivolity, mediocrity. Uh, they lack maturity, um, and it's going to complicate the client due to a lack of reflection. And that happens a lot, and especially depending on where it is that it falls under, and depending on what other cards are around this, it could also indicate an unforeseen concern in the economy of their home base. So it's something good that you can tell again your client, hey, just pay attention to these things at home, save a little money. You have the power to propel projects, you have this and that. Um, Unforeseen concerns in the home economy could be that somebody got pregnant that you weren't expecting. However, that just gives you even a um, more of a reason to become frugal and save your money. So yeah, that is definitely a card that I could see, and it does fall quite frequently all over places. Okay, so thank you for being with me and discussing the four suits under the number 3 of the Barajas Españolas. I hope this is just the beginning, guys. You have no idea the depth of these cards and how you can read them. It's just incredible the way that these cards come out and what they allow you to do. So thank you very much. Have a healthy day.